wanted to talk today about the best form of exercise because I often get questions from clients about what they should be doing with their gym time, or if they need to join a gym, or they like a certain type of exercise but aren't sure if it's going to help them lose weight. And I wanted to address some of those concerns today. If you don't know me, my name is Esther Avant. I'm a personal trainer and nutrition coach, and I specialize in body and lifestyle transformations, allowing women to lose weight, become healthier, happier, and more confident by making small and sustainable changes to their day-to-day lives. I'm not sure if you caught this week's blog post, but it was about Pilates. It was a Pilates 101 exercise. I had a guest writer coming in and talking about the benefits of Pilates, kind of how to get started, and some great sample moves. And that kind of spurred this video, in that, like I said in the intro, I feel like oftentimes people come to me saying, I really like dancing, but I know that that's not going to help me lose weight. Or, you know, the only real exercise that I like is walking around my neighborhood, but it doesn't seem like it's burning enough calories, or I don't feel like I'm doing enough. And I feel like everywhere you turn, there's a different resource telling you that you have to do their form of exercise if you want to lose weight. You have to spend an hour on the elliptical, or you have to take 6 spin classes a day, or, you know, just this kind of like closed-minded approach to, you know, this is the single best way, or this is the only way to do it. And I wanted to address that today because it's just not the case. Ultimately, the best form of exercise is the one that you'll do consistently, and that really is the bottom line. I'm going to continue talking, but you could stop listening right there and you would get the gist of it, is whatever you enjoy and will do on a regular basis, do that. That being said, there are some recommendations depending on what your goals are, that if you're kind of looking for a guideline, if you're not sure what you enjoy, you're looking to test out some different things, you like variety, I do want to give you some guidelines as something to work with. But at the end of the day, remember that the bottom line is whatever you enjoy enough to keep doing, make that your priority. So that being said, if you are looking to lose weight or drop body fat, ideally you're incorporating in at least a few days of resistance training. So I know a lot of women out there are kind of hesitant to do what they consider lifting weights, or, you know, there's all these misconceptions about getting bulky or looking manly that, you know, frankly are just ridiculous. But you do ideally want to be doing some resistance training, whether you're using your body weight as resistance, if you're using a TRX suspension trainer as, you know, to use your body weight for resistance, if you're using machines at your gym, if you're doing dumbbells or barbells. Ideally you're doing some form of resistance work about 3 to 5 times per week. Additionally, a really good way to help with weight loss and fat burn is high intensity interval training, or HIIT, which you see all over the place. At its core, the idea is just that you are working intensely for short bursts of activity, and then you are resting or recovering and kind of letting your heart rate come back down to a baseline before you go back into another high intensity interval. So in essence, that's really all it boils down to. You don't need to worry about the minutia right away of how long should I be resting, how long should I be working, how many times should I do it, what's the best interval. There are, you know, some differences there, but ultimately when you're just getting started, your priority is, you know, basically boiling it down to, am I working intensely for a little bit, and then am I recovering for a little bit. You can do it as simply as saying, I'm gonna run until I get tired, and then I'm gonna walk until I feel like I could run again. That's an interval. So ideally, if you are trying to lose weight or drop body fat, you're trying to get, you know, a day or 2 of high intensity intervals in. And then kind of the third type is, I feel like it's a little weird that it even has a name, low intensity steady state cardio, which might be your more traditional walking on a treadmill, or moving on the elliptical at a pretty easy pace. A lot of probably what you consider just activities of daily living, like technically qualify as low intensity steady state if you take your dog on a walk around the neighborhood for, you know, 30 minutes in the morning. technically that is low intensity and you're moving at a steady state. So I feel like it's a little weird that it even has some terminology around it, like it's just stuff that you're doing. So a good guideline for that type of exercise is, really just like daily movement is 10,000 steps a day, which I think works out to around 5 miles. I'm not positive about that. And the number 10,000 is not like a hard and fast law that like if you walk 9,999, sorry, like you didn't get any benefit. I have looked into the research a little bit. I can't remember the specifics, but the gist was that like that was a good number to strive for. If you're under that a little bit, no big deal. If you're over that, great. But for a lot of people, that's something to strive for. It's pretty telling if you wear a pedometer or you turn on your iPhone. It's pretty telling when you just look at the steps you take in a normal day and realize, for a lot of us, how far we are from that 10,000. I actually just started wearing again I took it off and now I don't know where it is, wearing my pedometer, and it really is eye-opening that you oftentimes think that you're active throughout the day and then realize that, maybe an average day is like 3,300 steps and you actually have to make a concerted effort to get to that 10,000. So if you are not yet ready to join a gym or do anything super intense, start with just 10,000 steps a day. That's a great starting point, and strive to hit that mark every single day. And then seeing if you can add in, first I would add in the resistance training or strength training, and then secondarily I would add in the interval training, high intensity interval training. And those are great guidelines, but like I said in the beginning, if you love Zumba, or you can't imagine going a week without rock climbing, or you like to swim, those are awesome things to keep doing. Whatever you're going to do consistently, whatever going to keep you motivated, keep doing that thing. Don't stress about, what research says is the best use of your 45 minutes. Like, just whatever you're going to do, whatever you like. This isn't supposed to be a chore. It's going to become part of your lifestyle. And if you're dreading the way you spend an hour most days of your life, like that's probably not going to work out long term. So figure out, even if you don't know, even if you're like, well, I walk sometimes and like that's okay, try things out. Lots of gyms have free demo classes. Pretty much anywhere you go, any service that that you're interested in, any type of class, you can probably get one for free or cheap just to kind of test the waters and see if you like it. But keep trying things. If you are an at-home person, there are on-demand, we have an entire on-demand channel full of exercise options. There's yoga, there's Pilates, there's kickboxing, don't kick stuff over in the living room, be careful there. But the options are endless. So don't stress about like, what's the best type? I have to suffer through this, 90 minutes of torture. Like, find something you enjoy and stick with it. You never know where that one interest might lead you. Maybe you start off taking spin classes and like you get over your butt being sore and you're like, you know what, this is okay, I can keep doing this. And then you get interested in road biking, and then you get interested, hi Mike, in triathlons. Like, you just never know. So start with something, start with anything, and then just kind of keep an open mind and let it go where it will. And then if you're looking for more specific guidelines, try to get in those 3 strength training sessions, a couple of HIIT sessions, and shooting for those 10,000 steps a day. On that note, I do have a resource that is like 99% of the way done for you guys, with some at-home beginner workouts that only require body weight and dumbbells. So that's going to be available very, very soon. I'm just waiting on one more thing, and then I will let you know as soon as it's ready for download. As always, let me know how I can help you, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye, Mike.